Genesis chapter 16. Abraham's wife Sarai had not bore any children for him, but she owned an Egyptian slave named Agar. Sarai said to Abraham, "Since the Lord has prevented me from bearing children, go to my slave. Perhaps through her I can build a family." And Abraham agreed to what Sarai said. So Abraham's wife Sarai took Agar, her Egyptian slave, and gave her her husband Abraham as a wife for him. This happened after Abraham had lived in the land of Canaan for 10 years. He slept with Agar and she became pregnant. When she saw that she was pregnant, her mistress became contemptible to her. Then Sarai said to Abraham, "You are responsible for my suffering. I put my slave in your arms, and when she saw that she was pregnant, I became contemptible to her. May the Lord judge between me and you." Abraham replied to Sarai, "Here, your slave is in your power. Do whatever you want with her." Then Sarai mistreated her so much that she ran away from her. The angel of the Lord found her by a spring in the wilderness, and the spring on the way of Sur. He said, "Agar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from and where are you going?" She replied, "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai." The angel of the Lord said to her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her authority." The angel of the Lord said to her, "I will greatly multiply your offspring, and they will be too many to count." The angel of the Lord said to her, "You have conceived and will have a son. You will name him Ismael, for the Lord has heard your crying and affliction. This man will be like a wild donkey. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand will be against him. He will settle near all his relatives." So she named the Lord who spoke to her, "You are El Roi," for she said, "In this place have I accurately seen the one who sees me." That is why that is why the well is called Berlair Noi. It is between Kadesh and Berel. So Agar gave birth to Abraham's son, and Abraham named his son from Agar's bore Ismael. Abraham was 86 years old when Agar bore Ismael to him. Genesis chapter 17. When Abraham was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him, saying, "I am God Almighty. Live in my presence and be blessed. I will set up my covenant between me and you, and I will multiply you greatly." Then Abraham fell face down, and God spoke with him. "As for me, here is my covenant with you. You will become a father of many nations. Your name will no longer be Abraham. Your name will be Abraham, for I will make you the father of many nations. I will make you extremely fruitful, and will make nations and kings come from you. I will confirm my covenant that is between me and you and your future offspring throughout their generations. It is a permanent covenant to be your God and the God of your offspring after you. And to you and your future offspring I will give the land where you are residing, all the land of Canaan, as a permanent possession, and I will be their God. God also said to Abraham, as for you, you and your offspring after you throughout their generations are to keep my covenant. This is my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you, which you are to keep. Everyone, your males must be circumcised. You must circumcise the flesh of your foreskin to serve as a sign of the covenant between me and you. Throughout our generations, every male among you is to be circumcised at 8 days old. Every male born in your household or purchased from any foreigner and nor your offsprings, whether born in your household or purchased, he must be circumcised. My covenant will be marked in your flesh as a permanent covenant. If any male is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin, that man will be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. God said to Abraham, as for your wife Sarai, do not call her Sarai, for Sarah will be her name. I will bless her indeed. I will give you a son by her. I will bless her, and she will produce nations, kings of nations. Kings of people will come from her. Abraham fell face down. Then he laughed and said to himself, can a child be born to a 100-year-old man? Can Sarai, a 90-year-old woman, give birth? So Abraham said to God, if only Ismael were acceptable to you. But God said, no, your wife Sarai will bear you a son, and you will name him Isaac. I will confirm my covenant with him as a permanent covenant for his future offspring. As for Ismael, I have heard you. I will certainly bless him. I will make him fruitful and will multiply him greatly. He will father 12 tribal leaders, and I will make him into a great nation. But I will confirm my covenant with Isaac from Sarai. I will bear to you at this time next year. When he finished talking with him, God withdrew from Abraham. So Abraham took his son Ismael and those born in his household or purchased, every male among the members of Abraham's household, and he circumcised the flesh of their foreskin on that very day, just as God had said to him. Abraham was 99 years old when the flesh of his foreskin was circumcised, and his son Ismael was 13 years old when the flesh of his foreskin was circumcised. On that very day Abraham and his son Ismael were circumcised, and all the men of his household, whether born in the household or purchased from a foreigner, were circumcised with him. Genesis chapter 18. The Lord appeared to Abraham at the oaks of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance of his tent during the heat of the day. He looked up and he saw 3 men standing near him. When he saw them, he ran from the entrance of the tent to meet them. bowed to the ground, and said, "My lord, if I had found favor with you, please do not go on past your servant. Let a little water be brought, that you may wash your feet and rest yourself under the tree. I will bring a bit of bread so that you may strengthen yourselves. This is why you have passed your servants away. Later you can continue on." "Yes," they replied, "do as you have said." So Abraham hurried into the tent and said to Sarai, "Quick, knead 3 measures of fine flour and make bread." Abraham ran to the herd and got a tender choice calf. He gave it to a young man who hurried to prepare it. Then Abraham took curds and milk, as well as the calf that he had prepared, and set them before the man. He served them as they ate under the tree. "Where is your wife Sarah?" Sarah, they asked. "Here in the tent." Yeah, he answered. The Lord said, "I will certainly come back to you in about a year's time, and your wife Sarai will have a son." Now Sarai was listening in the entrance of the tent behind him. Abraham and Sarai were old and getting on the years. Sarah had passed the age of childbearing, so she laughed to herself, "After I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I have delight?" But the Lord asked Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh, saying, can I really have a baby when I'm old? Is anything impossible for the Lord?" "At the appointed time, I will come back to you, and in about a year she will have a son." Sarah denied it. "I did not laugh," she said, because she was afraid. But he replied, "No, you did laugh." The man got up from there and looked out over Sodom, and Abraham was walking with them to see them off. Then the Lord said, "Should I hide that I am about to do from Abraham? Abraham is to become a great and powerful nation, and all nations of the earth will be blessed through him. For I have chosen him so that he will command his children and his house after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just. This is how the Lord will fulfill to Abraham what he promised him." Then the Lord said, "The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is immense, and their sin is extremely serious. I will go down to see if what they have done justifies the cry that has come up to me. If not, I will find out." The man turned from there and went toward Sodom, while Abraham remained standing before the Lord. Abraham stepped forward and said, "Will you really sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really sweep it away instead of sparing the place for the sake of the 50 righteous people who are in it? You could not possibly do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike, treating the righteous and wicked alike. You could not possibly do that. Won't the judge of the whole earth do what is judged?" The Lord said, "If I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Then Abraham answered, Since I have ventured to speak to my Lord, even though I am dust and ashes, suppose the 50 righteous lack 5. We will destroy the whole city for lack of 5? He replied, I will not destroy the city. I will not destroy it if I find 45 there. Then he spoke to him again. Suppose 40 are found there. He answered, I will not do it on account of 40. I will not do it on account of 40. Then he said, Let my Lord not be angry, and I will speak further. Suppose 30 are found there. He answered, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Then he said, Since I have ventured to speak to my Lord, suppose 20 are found there. He replied, I will not destroy it on account of 20. Then he said, Let my Lord not be angry, and I will speak one more time. Suppose 10 are found there. And he answered, I will not destroy it on account of that. When the Lord was finished speaking with Abraham, he departed, and Abraham returned to his place. Genesis chapter 19. The two angels entered Sodom in the evening, as Lot was sitting in Sodom's gateway. When Lot saw them, he got up to meet them. He bowed with his face to the ground and said, My lords, turn aside to your servant's house. Wash your feet and spend the night. Then you can get up early and go on your way. No, they said. We would rather spend the night in the square. But he urged them so strongly that they followed him and went into his house. He prepared a feast and baked unleavened bread for them, and they ate. Before they went to bed, the men of the city of Sodom, both young and old, the whole population surrounded the house. They called out to Lot and said, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Send them out to us so we can have sex with them. Lot went out to them at the entrance and shut the door behind him. He said, Don't do this evil, my brothers. Look, I've got 2 daughters who haven't been intimate with a man. I'll bring them out to you, and you can do whatever you want with them. However, don't do anything to these men because they have come under the protection of my roof. Get out of the way, they said, adding, This one came here as an alien, but he's acting like a judge. Now, we will do more harm to you than to them. They put pressure on Lot and came up to break down the door. But the angels reached out, brought Lot into the house with them, and shut the door. They struck the men who were at the entrance of the house, both young and old, with blindness, so that they were unable to find the entrance. When the angels said to Lot, Do you have anyone else here? A son-in-law, your sons and daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of this place, for we are about to destroy this place because of the outcry against its people. If so, is so great because before the Lord that the Lord has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law who were going to marry his daughters. Get out, he said, get out of this place, for the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. At daybreak, the angels urged Lot on, get up, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away in the punishment of the city. But he hesitated because of the Lord's compassion for him. The man grabbed his hand, his wife's hand, and the hand of his 2 daughters. They brought him out and left him outside the city. As soon as the angels got them outside, one of them said, run for your lives! Don't look back and don't stop anywhere on the plain. Run to the mountains or you will be swept away. But Lot said to them, no, my lords, please, your servant has indeed found favor with you, and you have shown me great kindness by saving my life, but I can't run to the mountains. The disaster will overtake me, and I will die. Look, this town is close enough for me to flee to. It is a small place. Please let me run to it. It's only a small place, isn't it? So I can survive. And he said to him, all right, I will grant you this request. About this matter, too, I will not demolish the town you mentioned. Hurry up, run to it, for I cannot do anything until you get there. Therefore, the name of the city is Zoar. The sun had risen over the land when Lot reached Zoar. Then, out of the sky, the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah, burning sulfur from the Lord. He demolished the cities, the entire plain, all the inhabitants of the city, and whatever grew on the ground. But Lot's wife looked back and became a pillar of salt. Early in the morning, Abraham went to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down towards Sodom and Gomorrah and all the land of the plain, and he saw that smoke was coming up from the land like the smoke of a furnace. So it was when God destroyed the cities of the plain. He remembered Abraham and brought Lot out of the middle of the upheaval when he demolished the city where Lot had lived. Lot departed from Zoar and lived in the mountains along with his 2 daughters because he was afraid to live in Zoar. Instead, he and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. When the firstborn said to the younger, our father is old and there is no man in the land to sleep with, as it is the custom of all the land. Come, let's get our father to drink wine so that we can sleep with him and preserve our father's life. So they got their fathers to drink wine that night, and the firstborn came and slept with her father. He did not know when she lay down or when she got up. The next day, the firstborn said to the younger, look, I slept with my father last night. Let's get him to drink wine again tonight so you can sleep with him and we can preserve our father's line. That night, they again got their fathers to drink wine, and the younger went and slept with him. He did not know when she lay down or when she got up. So both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father. The firstborn gave birth to a son named Moab. He is the father of the Moabites of today. The younger also gave birth to a son, and she named him Ben Amil. He is the father of all the Ammonites of today.